If you'd like, come up to the microphone. Good evening.
Hey, how you doing? Number one, I was just very surprised to, well, not surprised, but it was nice to hear that officer talk about the safety issues of the youth of the town. Now, that is what I am here for, the safety issues of the water of the town. In February, I came here and asked if you would apply for this grant through Safe Kids, which you did. Unfortunately, we didn't get it, but Mandy Summers of Safe Kids and myself worked very hard to get this program set here in Sturbridge. We had it all set up for the 16th of June, a week before the camp opened. Now, when I went down there on that day, I have to say that I was extremely disappointed of where they were going to put it. On that shed, down there, that little tiny shed, they were putting it on the left-hand side facing a wood pile. I told Lynn Gerard that I would not, I don't want it there. It is not in view of the public. The parents are the ones that have to see it. Because the children don't know, the parents have to see it. So she told me there was a meeting that evening. My son and myself went. There was Tom, Mike, Alex, and Lynn. And we talked about different places about where the sign would go. I wanted it on the bathhouse. They kind of threw that off. I don't remember, I think it was Tom mentioned the back of the lifeguard chair, which was beautiful. That was like the best place. So we agreed on the back of the lifeguard chair. There were 3 signs on that chair. One on the right, one on the left are exactly the same. So one of them can come off. So I thought that day, on the 16th, when I left here, that it was going to be put on the lifeguard chair. The following week, I got a call from my son. He had gotten a message on his machine saying that they had put it on the shed. Now, Lynn had told me that night at the meeting with everybody there that the shed, the front of the shed was totally out because those doors were always open. So actually what that sign would face is the shed. You open the door, it's going to face the shed. I did not want the shed for the main reason nobody can see it. Now, I took pictures, and I will show you from the street. Wasn't a real clear day. This is where we wanted it. I stood on the street, and not a clear day. I had to move a little bit to the right, closer to the sign, and that's where it is. Nobody can see it. It is so small that nobody can see it. Now, today, I went down there, and I asked parents. I said, do you know anything about the lifeguards, the life jackets? Nobody knew. And the one woman told me, she said, nobody goes over there. We leave the kids off at the street. That's where the parents drop the kids off at the camp. Parents don't go over there. Children may, but children don't look at anything. We wanted the parents to be educated, that their children have to have life jackets. We all know what happened last summer, and my grandson did not have one. And we wanted to make sure that that doesn't happen again. We have another town that wants it, so we have more life jackets going. This was a pilot program for Kids Don't Float through Safe Kids worldwide. This was a very important program, and we worked very hard to get it done with no cost to the town. And I feel that what you did by putting it on that shed, after we had discussed and after we had already agreed upon the back of the lifeguard chair, which was the perfect spot because parents would see it. And parents would say, oh my goodness, I didn't bring a life jacket today. Can I take one? Can I borrow one? We don't even care if they take them. We have more. You know, if someone steals it, they steal it. We have more to give you. But we want the parents to know that their kids have to have a life jacket if they can't swim. Look at the little girl just in Auburn just the other day, 2 years old, drowned in a pool. But the thing is, it's just, if the parents had the life jacket on her, she wouldn't have drowned. And it's just very important that people realize that this is a very important safety issue for children. And by putting it way down there on that shed, nobody can see it. As you can see in the picture, it is so far away. And we had already agreed upon the back. And we also wanted to put up a plaque in Christian's name, which would go on it. And that's not going up on any shed. That should be out there, and it should be seen. There have been children that have passed in this town, and in the dugouts at the baseball fields. They have it in there so that people can remember these people. They don't have it out in center field where nobody can see it. They have it where it can be seen. And that's what we want. We want these life jackets seen by all the parents. And like I said, the ones I talked to today had no idea they were even there. And that's just not right. That's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to protect the children. It is a safety issue, just like the RAD program, the DARE program, or any other program that has safety for children. That's what we want. And that's what I'm asking for it to be put up front and center so that it can be seen and it can be utilized. You don't want another child to drown and parents to say, oh, I didn't know they had life jackets there, because they didn't see the sign. And that's what it's all about. I don't want anybody to go through what my family has gone through this past year. It has not been a wonderful year. And excuse me, I just don't want to see another child drowned. And so that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry.
It's quite all right.
Get a little emotional.
It's quite all right.
I just don't understand what the reason is for it to be way down there. I don't understand why it was changed after we, thank you, after we had already agreed upon the spot. I don't know what happened.
Okay.
And it was just put there. I called Lynn. I was furious. I just said, take it down. You know, it's just, it's no good there. Nobody sees it. And I know I did say, you know, if you don't want it, we'll take it away. I mean, it's just, somebody will want it if you don't. And that's the only thing I said to her. I said, you know, I just want it up